What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? I hope everyone is doing fantastic. As you can see, I'm doing wonderful today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. Welcome to the world of soccer. We have a lot of news today, especially coaching side. It's been a while we're not talking about club football or like even press conferences because we have been so busy talking about the Euro, the Copa America. But hey, we have a break for 2 or 3 days. Tomorrow will be the first semi-final in Europe and in the Copa America. So before France versus Spain or Argentina, Canada, there were a lot of press conference. Every coach is talking, they're running their mouth. It's fun. It's fun to watch the press conference. Like, it's a ridiculous question or ridiculous answers. We're gonna just go through of them. Of course, we're gonna talk about the master of football, the communist of football. I like to call him the communist of football because he's a really social coach. Of course, I'm talking about Marcelo Bielsa, and he did a damning evidence talking about how are we losing the passion in this footballing world, the way FIFA is running it, or the Copa America or the club, and how the passion is being taken out of the population hand into some greedy corporation. So we're gonna just try to talk a little bit about that. We're not talking about money, right? We're gonna just talk about the passion and how this game is being played right now, because lately we have been watching a lot of boring games, especially in the Copa America. We didn't have any game that is really exciting to watch, right? Because they'll be kicking each other like they're in WWE superstar like athlete, like they be just kicking each other. So he tried in his press conference, he addressed that and he was answering some question. But hey, as fan, we are more worried about what he say about the fan, right? Because he talked about the referee, he talked about the organization, and he talked about how we are having more and more games into this era, and he talked about the journalists, and of course he talked about the fan, because for him, bringing in the VAR make the job more difficult for the referee. And he just repeated like what a lot of people are saying, right? Because for him, now the ref don't have really the authority to make decision, because the rule can be overruled by the VR, or the VR can call them. So taking away all the excitement we used to have, we will never see a goal scored by hand like Diego Maradona did in 1982 or 86, right? So we will never see that again, and we will never see a goal like the striker taking advantage of the defense positioning. So he didn't like any of that. But we don't care about that. We all know like the referee sucks. Like they're all bad. Like the referee is rare to have a good referee right now. But that's good thing, because if everyone is complaining about them, that means they're doing something right. If every coach, if both team coach are complaining, that means the ref did his job, right? So the ref are not there to make fun or to make friend. So they just have to do the job, even though sometimes we don't agree with them, but we need to respect it, right? It's their call, whatever call they make, that's them. And of course, the journalist was asking him about some transfer, about some player playing the Uruguay national team. And he blasted. He said, no, that's your job. You are the journalist. Why are you asking me that? You guys are the people who should do the investigation to know what's going on. But you guys are sleeping in bed with those corporation and those agency, to sell the player, to hijacked, to sell player in overpriced. Why? You don't buy a 17 years old for 60 million euro, taking them away from South America or Africa or every other continent to send them in Europe. For him, he missed the time where South American player could play in Argentina, in Uruguay, in Brazil, winning some Copa Libertadores before being sent to Europe. But nowadays, all the players are going to Europe at age 18. Because you just look the example at Chelsea. We bought Kendrick Paez. He's 16, 17, so he cannot come until he turned 18. And we have Estevao Williams, Messino, and him too. He's gonna leave Brazil at young age. Endrick is leaving, so they don't like that. he don't like that. He say he killing the passion from the South American because now everyone is just talking about the money, money, money. So hey, he answered those. We already know what the corporations are doing. They're not. They don't consider the fan as a fan anymore. They consider them just as ticket. We are ticket. Like we buy the ticket to go match. Like we are just consumer now. So they don't respect us. They make decision without taking account of the fan. What we want. What like it used to be. Football used to be like for the poor, but now you have to be really rich to go watch some of this game. It's crazy. The prices are crazy. Like to go to as a family to watch a game on average, you pay $600 to $700 here. While in Europe, the game are 40, $60. In USA, like just crazy. Everything is overpriced. So I just want to comment a little bit. That's really, I think he was addressing to us because we are the fan, and he was addressing to the FIFA because FIFA is creating the World Cup 2025 for the club, like 32 club, and they wanted to do it every 2 years. Like I think the player need to have a union that's defend them. Like when there is a ridiculous tournament like this, they just fight against it. But they don't have that. The player need to have that, because they play too many games. But I'm gonna read some of the thing he said. This is quote from the master, the master of football, because he have a lot of disciples. Pep Guardiola, Maresca, and Luis Enrique. Everyone admire him. All coaches admire him. Titi and Eric Ten Hag. Everyone like him because he play real football. It's crazy. His team is crazy to watch, right? But hey, this what he had to say when he was asked about the fan and the passion of people watching more and more the game. And he said, okay, quote from Bielsa, more people watch football, but it's becoming less attractive because what made the game, the best game in the world, is not prioritized. No matter how many people watch the game, if you don't ensure that what is watched is pleasant, it will only benefit the business because the business only care about how many people watch it. When time passes and each time the player who deserve to be watched become less and the game produced is less enjoyable. Okay, this artificial increase in a spectator will end. I mean, he's right? Yeah, like basically saying we should be watching the game because of the player, right? Not artificial number we see on the table. So, 1 million, 10 million tuned in, like over 1.4 billion tuned in for the game. That's what all these corporations be talking about. FIFA, which, there is a 4.1 billion who tuned in for the World Cup final or the Champions League final. So 2 billion people tuned in to watch. But hey, are we really watching game now? Because I realize even me, myself, if I'm watching the game, I'm always on my phone, right? Like you're on the phone, you're checking all the results because there's too many game going on. This just bring me to the people who criticize a lot Gareth Southgate or DJ Deschamps, say, they play boring game and stuff. I think we just have too many games because even the Champions League where the people make the reference say, those games are really open game. Nah, not really, because like when you watch the Champions League, most of the game are close. Like when Man City play against another team, they'll be defending the whole game. Even Real Madrid, that is being considered the best team in the world, they play transition football. They are not like an open team. They play transition football. It's 1-2, they kill you, right? So the way, because there's too many games, for me, my understanding is because there's too many games, the team or the recruiter are basing their recruitment on the physique now. You have to be athletic. You have to be really physical. You have to be able to run like for 90 minutes. So we are not seeing a lot of players like Mesut Ozil, Riquelme, or like Ronaldinho, like play with technicity but don't run a lot. We used to have that before. The Jogo Bonito, when the player used to play like tiki-taka, it's fun to watch. There is some acceleration, but it's not like everyone running. Today, you can be really good technically. If you cannot run, they will outpace you. Physically, they will beat you, right? So, I think his concern is right. Because, Gerard Piqué, you see he created his own King's Cup. That is just to sabotage the football we're watching, because he say, oh yeah, 90-minute football is boring. So he create a competition like, I think it's 30 minutes, right? You watch it, you say, oh yeah, because your kid are now watching the whole game. Because yeah, like people, we are fast food now. Every game we just want to watch the highlight. Like Bielsa said in one of his quote too, he say, do you think the Uruguayan people who love their soccer before this generation, do you think they were watching only 5-minute highlight of the national team? No, they watch the whole game. But today people just go there, watch the highlight, and just listen to, oh, this guy scored, and he's good. And you don't know what the center midfield did, you don't know what the center back did. So like he's killing the game. And for him, he believed that if we continue this, people won't care about the football that is being produced by the player. It will be less enjoyable, and of course the corporation will be only focusing on how many people are watching. But if they continue in that road, people will be less interested, because before the World Cup, the Copa America, the UEFA Championship, and the AFCON, people were watching it because it was rare. It's scarce, It's like, oh, you watch it, it's 4 years, and then you won't see it until 4 years. So it's scarce, like you don't have it all the time. So every time you came back, there's a passion, right? But now you have, this year, we're going to have the World Cup, the Copa America, the AFCON. They all play this year. And 2 years ago, we played the World Cup. So like, we have abundance of it. So people are not really into it, like they're not investing into it, because you say, oh yeah, there is a game. They're not watching it. So like there is another game tomorrow. So people will be watching a lot of football now. And I'm scared that they're going to just make the football like a Netflix show and stuff. Some people will watch that shit. Like, you make a documentary about like this. I'm pretty sure some people will watch it, because that's what they do into some sport. Like I think Formula 1. Yeah, Formula 1, they can put the whole season in a one thing. They make a series Netflix. You can watch it. You don't have to watch it live, right? So I think football is going that direction, and he's right. So that was Marcelo Bielsa. So I want to just talk a little bit about other coaches, because hey, Chelsea, we find a new sponsor, right? We find a new sponsor. The name is Ascot Global. Like, it's Ascot. Let me check that name. It's a vintage, right? Yeah, the Ascot Limited. Trivago is gone, but we have the Ascot Limited, the official global hotel partner of Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, we're going to Columbus. I think it's a Indonesian firm, right? I think it's an Indonesian firm. So yeah, that's what we're going to have in our chest, like in front of the jersey. So Trivago is gonna go. We're gonna have the Ascot Limited. That's good. So that was today what they announced, and of course they announced our coach Enzo Maresca. Finally, the man is in the building, right? And he signed a long time ago, but he had to wait until July 1st to start, right? So today was 1 week since he started working for Chelsea. So he had a really PR, press. The video was nice, he just talked the generic, when you come to Chelsea, you have to win because this team win, he just said the thing we love, like all the other coaches. Pochettino said the same. Titi said the same. Everyone said the same. So this is what Enzo Maresca said. I'm just taking some quote and then we move on, He said, when you join a club like a Chelsea, it is a club that has to win. For us, we are going to try to do our best to fight and be there with the club that in this moment are winning and are fighting to win titles. Okay, yo. I mean, he's lying though, right? We are not winning at the moment. I don't know when. This year was the first time, more than 20 years, Chelsea go the whole season without winning a single trophy. So we didn't win anything. Don't say you come into a winning team. We are losing, like we're losing everything. But I agree with him. We are fighting to try to win. But with this direction above us, our ownership, yeah, like other teams are buying California, like Arsenal bought him, and they're buying like a good striker, like a experienced striker. We're going to buy 17, 18 years old boys. So that's what we're going to go to fight against this team. Like, like now they're just buying kid. They're buying kids. So we don't know. But hey, anyway, like I said in one of the videos, a lot of videos that we talked about Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, we are not blaming him, If he's did good, we're gonna be happy. If he did bad, it's not his fault. It's the ownership, because the dude doesn't have any experience in the Premier League. So we're gonna back him because he's our coach, right? So hey, and there is other news. The medical department, a lot of things changed there, which is good news. Good news. They appointed a former rugby coach. I think he worked with the South African national rugby coach, and he worked in some football club too. So he know what he's doing. So the medical staff are being replaced. That's good. That's good. So Chelsea FC. This is from Training Ground Guru. This is one of the Chelsea fan base Twitter account. So go follow him. They have a really good information sometimes. So hey, this is what he tweeted. Is the Chelsea FC have hired the former South African rugby and the IFC Bournemouth medical director Greg Robert to become the new head of performance medicine. So we're gonna see. Hey, we got a lot of injury last year, right? Like more than 54 injury during the season. So that was a lot. People were blaming Pochettino training method. So we're gonna see. Because the firm that was in charge of taking care of our player when they get injured was a private firm that take care of celebrity in US here. So it's just crazy. We don't even know who they are. I forget their name. It's ridiculous, right? So but hey, Chelsea had a brand new staff that's going to take care of the player next season. So they brought in a complete team. So head of the performance medicine is Greg Robert. Head of performance, Brace Kavanagh. First team director is Stephen Lewis. And the lead performance therapist, Marion Jones. And head of performance insight, Richard Acknehead. Acknehead. That's a crazy name. So hey, we have a full set of team that is ready, and they already start working since July 1st. So hey, that is what is going on at Chelsea right now, and we are really happy because it's gonna be interesting to see if it was a Pochettino fault or it's just because our players are weak, right? So hey, that was the Chelsea news. I know there's a lot of transfer news, but because of the Euro and the Copa America, I decided really to focus on the game, on the result. So after the Euro and the Copa America, we're gonna talk more about the transfer. There's a lot of rumor going on. So we're gonna report accurately here, right? So we don't wanna be just sharing whatever they share. So we're gonna confirm when it's confirmed, right? So hey, anyway, tomorrow, the semi-final gonna start. And of course, like I said in the beginning, the coaches are running their mouth around, talking crazy stuff. Adrien Rabiot was on the press conference, and they were talking about the bad performance of Kylian Mbappe, Griezmann. And yeah, they admitted they are not 100%. But the team is there. It's a teamwork, and they're gonna push them so they can make difference for the team. And I agree with that because they are our key player. But the tendency is now Griezmann won't start in the game tomorrow because Ousmane Dembele gonna start instead of Griezmann, which I think is the right thing to do because Ousmane Dembele is a winger. Griezmann is a 9.5 or a 10. So we are not playing a formation where it suits Griezmann to express his talent, right? So put player that can play in that. So what I understand, Rabiot gonna be playing, of course, and Kante, Chouameni will be in the midfield, and we have Kylian Mbappe. The rumor is it will be Kolomani at the front, Epe, and Ousmane Dembele. And the back four, we know it doesn't change. There will be Theo Hernandez, Saliba, and Upamecano, of course, Jules Koundé. They're gonna have to deal with those Spanish players, the winger, the midfield, because they have the best center midfield. We know that, Rodri. And I think Rodri gonna be starting, and of course Fabian Ruiz. Ruiz gonna start too, and of course the two kids on the side. They'll have to deal with them, and of course I'm talking about Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. So we can't wait to see that game, and of course the coach came after Rabiot, the press conference, and he's nonchalant. He doesn't care. There was a journalist asking what all of us want to ask him. He said, with the armada we have, with the talented pool of players that France have, why France keep playing this boring game? I'm paraphrasing the question. So that's what he he was a Swedish guy or like English because the question was in English. So Gigi Deschamps, he just answered like he answered the rest of people before. So, well, hey, you look like a Swedish, right? But hey, if you don't like it, just don't watch it, right? Like he's just so goofy. So like he put all his eggs in a one basket. So for him, we win. It doesn't matter how. He doesn't have to produce anything. His only goal is to prevent the other team to play the way they want to play. But he want to win. Like that is the only his goal. DJ Desan just want to win. So like he doesn't care. He told us if you don't like it, don't watch it. I mean the result is in his side. So it's just crazy. But there is a funny story about the ref. That is going to be French ref. I didn't catch his name, but I think he's from Bosnia. He was arrested for drug deal, like for drug dealer. But when he was arrested and then they sent him to the prison, he was released because he said, oh no, the group of people that are his friend, they grew up together, they just invite him to have dinner and have fun. That's it. He's not drug dealer. So like that's a funny fact. It's a fun fact about him. So yeah, he was busted for drug deal, but he's not drug dealer according to them. He was released. So that would be funny. He would be the dude that's going to refer this game between France and Spain. And of course, England ref, we know the English ref too, and he's a German. I think the German gonna take their revenge, right? Because Anthony Taylor were the ref between Spain and Germany, and Germany was kicked out. There was a clear penalty, he didn't give it. So Germany did something nasty, right? They made sure there's a German corrupt ref that's going to be the referee between England and Netherlands. So all the England fan, the pundit are not happy about it because the dude was convicted for fixing game in Germany, in German league. He was suspended for 6 months. So he's a criminal. He's a felony criminal. There is a proof he was suspended for 6 months because he fixed some game. And he's German. I guess in England is going to play. We know the history between England and Germany. And of course, Germany was kicked out where there was an English ref in the game where they got penalty. The penalty wasn't given. So good luck to England because this won't be easy. First, it's not a lie when we say he's a corrupt because he was found guilty, suspended for 6 months. But hey, he's back at the work. Even Jude Bellingham wasn't happy. Jude Bellingham insulted him on the social media. But hey, the UEFA still stick with him. He's gonna be the referee, So the referee of England, Euro 24, is a convicted felon. So hey, good luck to England. And of course, maybe Gareth Southgate will have now excuse to say something if they get eliminated, right? Because Southgate, in his press conference today, he was saying, well, he's just trying to protect the player as much as he can. And he doesn't understand the hate and the criticism from the media and the fan because they're in another semi-final. He's like a Gigi Deschamps beast. He's like Gigi Deschamps, but Gigi Deschamps is better than him because Gigi Deschamps won something. He didn't win anything. So for him, they got in the semi-final no matter how, so they don't care. He just want to protect his player. And we saw what Luke Shaw was saying in the press conference because Luke Shaw was thankful for being in that team because he said the coach did not have to select him because he was injured. But he trusts him and he want to give his life for the coach when he given time to play on the field. So these coaches, they just made a club. It's a cult. Every player that kiss their ass gonna play. If you don't, you're not there. Like we see Rashford, Senso, they are now called for the national team. Timori. So hey, Abraham, none of them are there. But Luke Shaw was there, he was injured, he was called, and Ben Chilwell wasn't called. So hey, we're gonna see how those games gonna go, right? So I know this video is not what I thought. I don't want it to be this long. But anyway, guys, hey, if you're still watching this, first of all, thank you very much for watching. And of course, we will be here tomorrow to debrief of France game and Argentina in the night. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you're not allowed to subscribe, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this with your friend. And of course, if you're already a mom, and the sky's the limit for us. So take care and have a good one. Bye.